What's up, guys? TheDevildogGamer here, and we're back with some more Escape from Tarkov. And today we're going to be talking about how I like to set up my AK-74s. I've been using them a lot lately, and they've really been shredding. And there's a certain kind of route I like to take with setting up the AK-74. I know a lot of people do it differently, but I'll kind of show my reasonings behind why I do certain things with it. Now, I do have to mention, right now, the strongest ammo for the 5.45 is the PRS ammo. But that is an error, and that could be fixed at any time. PRS is a frangible round and shouldn't be able to penetrate armor, but for some reason it does. Me and Clean have talked about it. Battlestate's aware of it. It's going to get fixed. But the best ammo that you can use is BP. BP sells out super quick, so if you're not lucky enough to get it, I definitely suggest PS ammo as the ammo you use. If you have trouble getting PS ammo, any scav that has an AK-74 type variant will have PS ammo in its mags. They always carry PS ammo. That's just how they do it. So if you don't have PS unlocked or you're having a hard time finding it, just take it from scavs. Anyway, so we got a base model AK-74N right here. Another really good way, once you get high enough level to get a 74N, is to go to the therapist, buy 2 toolkits for 21,000 rubles, and then you just go on over here to proper and trade it in for, if it ever loads up, this black one right here. So it's only 2 toolkits. This is a good one to use because it's all black. But we're gonna start off today by doing this and showing what I like to do. Now, a lot of these are gonna be unlocked level-wise, so if you don't have all this stuff unlocked, I'm sorry, but I'll show alternatives. So we're gonna start over here at Skier. Now, one of the first things I like to do, I always like to carry a 60 rounder. I carry one 60 rounder and one 30 rounder. I'll always run with the 60 rounder first, loaded, and the 30 rounder as a backup in case shit goes down. But we're gonna scroll down here and we're gonna get the Tactical Tula 1000 mount, and this allows us to put an optic on top of the dust cover. So this is about 2,000 rubles. Quick, easy, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And then I like to get the Zenit RP1 charging handle because this thing actually gives +1 ergonomics, and it's quick, cheap, easy. Boom, right there, done. Now, this right here, I like to use the CAA RS47 foregrip. The reasoning behind that is it gives a good ergonomics, 6 ergonomics, and a less 1.25 of recoil, and has a quad rail, so you can put all kinds of stuff on there, and that's 96 euros, so you should be picking up euros anyways to kind of add to your firearm as it goes. There's also a secondary mount that I like to use if I can find it. I believe it's in proper, and I'll kind of show you the variation of that. Then I like to get the RK3 AK pistol grip for obvious reasons. Let me do that. Then I also like to run the X400 flashlight. Why? Because it's a flashlight laser combo. The only issue with it though is it's -1 ergonomics. So it kind of cancels out this charging handle. But for up close, if you're not good at point shooting, the laser really, really helps. It is a little bit expensive, but you can find these things all over the place. The Basak stock, some people like running it. I'm not really too much of a fan. It does have a good recoil reduction and +10 ergonomics. We're gonna go ahead and get it, and I'll show you what it looks like when it goes on the gun. It's a pretty good price too. Now, when it comes to suppressors, I kind of like the TGPA. I kind of prefer it the way it looks. It's -1 accuracy, -1 recoil, -2 ergonomics, a little bit of boost of muzzle velocity. Now, if you go down here, here's the hexagon. Which gives a -3 ergonomics. So it seems better than the hexagon due to the less of a hit of an ergonomics. So I like to use the TGPA. And of course for this one, you really don't need anything too crazy for it. It is a little more expensive than the hexagon. So that kind of drives people off a little bit. Also, sometimes I like to use the OKP7 reflex sight with the dovetail mount. It's -3 ergonomics, which kind of stinks, but we'll talk a bit more about that when we put it on the gun. So we grab that up. Boom, bada bing, bada boom. I'm also gonna grab the Colt buffer tube, and I'll show you why here soon. And then also, if you unlock higher, the Razer UH1 is a really good holographic. A lot of people think it's ugly. I prefer it. It's easier to see the reticle than any of the others. And I missed something here. Yep, the ME adapter for the AK will allow you to put the Basak and the any of the M4 stocks on there. This thing's awesome. It's a must-have for any of the guns, for any of the AKs. So definitely grabbing that up. And then we're gonna grab this MOE carbine stock because the MOE stock is really good. Recoil negative 3.7. I think that's 3.7. I don't know. 37 plus 7 ergonomics. But on top of that, you also get this really awesome thing from Peacekeeper over here. You can also get different colors from Peacekeeper. You can also get the RS-47 here from Peacekeeper himself, which is good. But if you go down here, you get the rubber butt pad for the MOE. And that is a negative 3 recoil plus 1 ergonomics for 25 bucks. You can't beat it. I don't think I'm forgetting anything that I like to put on here. Oh, here, also, this is actually unlocked at, I believe, max level? Yeah, max level skier, or Peacekeeper. This is the Fortis shift grip. This is the best grip in the game. It sells out all the time. Plus 3 ergonomics, 1.5 recoil. I have a bunch of them, so I'm not gonna buy it. But that is a good option. Also, level 3 for front grip. This Magpul is actually pretty damn good too. Negative 2 recoil plus 7 ergonomics. I really do enjoy the Fortis though. The Fortis is probably the best looking one, and I really think it's awesome. Especially with the ergonomics increase, you know, even though it's not that high level recoil, the ergonomics increase is just massive. Okay, let's go on over to proper. I want to show you that extra sight mount that you can get, because I think it's him that sells it. It's been selling out a lot lately. Right here, the Tactical Tula rear sight Weaver adapter. And this thing is a negative 1 ergonomics, and we'll kind of pop it on there and show you what it looks like. Also, if you're not a fan, if you just want to keep the stock, this recoil pad for the GP25 works really well for recoil reduction. It has a recoil reduction of 15, but a negative 5 ergonomics. This is kind of a cheaper route if you don't want to do, if you just want to keep the normal stock on, you can put this on. We're going to go ahead and grab one and show it off there a little bit. All right, so let's start building this AK, and I'll show you what I like to do. Make sure you have space, because when you switch out the suppressors, it's going to get all crazy. So the first thing we're going to do, switch off the, let's actually show the base stats right now. That's where we're at. So just right about there, recoil is pretty low. We're gonna throw this on, boom. And then let's throw the suppressor on. Now, I don't have the Fortis shift on me, but the bolts, we'll change the bolts out right there. The grip, bam. Now the sight for the, oh, there it is, right there. Will allow you to put like a red dot or something right there, but then you can put right there if you want the Tactical Tula 1000, which I like. I like running my flashlights on the right side, so that way it's not totally in my way. Now for the stock, you would just go like that, and you can put the Basak on like that, or you can put, the Colt buffer tube, the MOE, and then the rubber butt pad. And as you can see, my recoil's gone down, my ergonomics gone up by a lot, so we're already doing pretty damn good. Now, I'm gonna grab some different optics out. We got the UH1 here. Oh, I can also show that too, so let me throw that down. We got the OKP7, and then I have another variant. Here's the shift grip that I like, and there is a certain, the P1X. There we go, right there. Okay, so drop on here. So you can put an optic right there on that rail if you want, on the Weaver sight adapter, which is, you know, perfectly fine. You can do that, but I like to use the Tactical Tula 10,000. Now, the UH1, a lot of people don't like it. It's big and bulky, but I really do enjoy the way the reticle looks. So I'll either use a UH1, a P1X with the crosshair dot sight, because I really do like that, or we throw the OKP7 on there. The problem with the OKP7 though is it's a little off. At 50 meters, the rounds actually hit higher than the reticle. So if you're aiming chest, it's going to hit head, which I like if you can predict it. If you're predictable with it, it's a really good way to get some headshots. And we'll put the Fortis shift on here. And bam, look at that. Ergonomics up, recoil's down to like nothing now. It's just insane. But I like running the UH-1. Oh God, we just did something disgusting. The UH-1 on there. And that's pretty much basically how I like running my AK. We'll go ahead and take it into factory, and I'll show you a little bit of the test firing on full auto and how it's a little bit predictable. And, you know, it's just a really good gun. Especially, you can cheaply upgrade it and shred some people. Alright, so here we are, all set up with our AK-74. Now, like I said, I like the UH-1 because of it's very crystal clear with the reticle compared to the EOTechs, and it's a cheaper version, it seems like. I just like it. It's more of a bigger field of view. It's big, and a lot of people don't like how big it is, but the reticle is much more clear, especially on daylight outdoor maps. It's really good. Now, a lot of people are probably going to be like, Devil, why don't you put a PSO on your 74? Well, if I was just going to carry a PSO, I'd be taking an SKS out for more, you know, damage and range. I personally don't like the PSO because we have issues where when you ADS, it kind of gives a little bit of a frame drop. So if you're up close and personal using a PSO, which you shouldn't be, you'll get those little frame drops. And then if you use a PSO and you're planning on going inside, you have to do a canted red dot sight, which is just kind of more of an issue. Now we got the flashlight. If you do Control T, once, it's a flashlight and a red dot, and then now you have your red dot. You can see the red dot right there for the third time, and then T to turn it on and off. But we'll go ahead and do some full auto bursts, and I'll show you how controllable it is. I mean, you get that first little muzzle rise, but after that, it's just and as you can see, it's just all right around there. Let's go ahead and shoot at something that's going to give us a bit of a man-sized target. Let's do these barrels over here. We'll do the top barrel. So as you can see, we even got the... Very, very controllable. I mean, that's basically armor shredders type stuff at the moment. I mean, this gun, I really do... I used to hate the 74s, but now that I've been using them more in this kind of a tricked out little sense, I've been growing to love them, and I take them almost more than the AKMs because of how controllable they are. And you know, couple that with a 60 round mag, a good reticle, and some good additions to it, customization, and this thing just shreds everything, and it's perfect. But of course, you know, the only problem with the UH-1 is you can't go to 25 meters with it, but you can go up to 200, which is pretty cool. But yeah, this is my favorite AK-74 AK-74 setup. I really do enjoy it. If you guys want to see some more setups that I like to run with different guns, definitely let me know in the comments below. I'm definitely open to sharing some of my setups and why I use them and some of the parts and stuff like that. I figure, you know, let's help people out. Let's show people the way. Show them the way. But anyways, guys, I'll talk to you later. Peace.